Okay, the first thing we're demonstrating today is how to assemble the inhalation tower, which is a single slice. You are going to receive the tower already assembled, but this is the procedure that you're going to need for any service or cleaning, or if you need to check the tower for maintenance purpose. The tower is made of two concentric plenums, the inner one, which makes the distribution of the aerosol, and the outer one, which is the creates the intracavity between the inner and outer, where the used aerosol goes out, is evacuated. The plenums, the two plenums, are held together with the help of the delivery trumpet that delivers the fresh aerosol to the animals, and the connector cone, which is the exposure port. What happens is that the square trumpet goes into the round hole of the connector cone, and this makes the self-alignment possible with this design. The way you start is to basically connect the two plenums in just 3 points initially, 120 degrees from each other, and that already holds the slice together. Then as you go along, you'll complete the ports all around, the 12 ports. Now, for the trumpets, you need this particular tool, which is part of the kit, and you need these the grease for the threads. And when you start assembling the slices together of the inhalation tower, you will need some vacuum grease for the O-rings. Now, take the inner plenum and put it inside the outer plenum, and align the nose port with the hole of the trumpet. Take a trumpet and apply just a little grease on it, and using the special tool, screw it in tight. Do not over tight. Next one is going to be placed 120 degrees. And so is the third one. Just a little grease. 120 degrees of the other two trumpets. Now, in these 3 ports that we already assembled the trumpets, we're gonna screw in the nose, the connector cones. As I said before, the round hole of the connector cone goes over the square trumpet, and this way it perfectly aligns the delivery trumpet from the inner plenum with the nose of the animal. Turn it around. So as you see, just 3 ports, 120 degrees from each other, are enough to align the two plenums, and essentially the rest is just filling the other holes with the trumpets and the connector cones, because these 3 already hold the slice together. Now, be careful not to over tight the connector cones, otherwise you may cut or pinch the O-ring that makes the sealing. So after we assembled all the trumpets and the connector cones. We end up with the complete slice with all 12 ports now perfectly aligned with the trumpets for a very precise delivery of the aerosol to the nozzle of the animals. The CH Technology towers can be expanded so that the modules are always the same, and they can be stacked up onto each other to increase the number of ports. In your case, we actually have two identical slices of 12 port each, and now I'm going to demonstrate how we assemble, completely assemble the tower, including the lids. As I said before, when we start putting the slices together, we should put a little vacuum grease on the O-rings. This can be applied with a Q-tip. Not too much, just a little bit to make sure that the slices, when they're put together, they don't damage the O-rings. Okay, now turn the other slide with the O-ring upright, and then by applying a little bit of pressure, at the same time some rotational movement,